there, my name is Kimberly Wilson and welcome to episode 6 of Tea with Kimberly. So shortly I am jaunting off to Paris for the weekend. So delighted, found a really good price ticket a few months ago. And what I wanted to share for episode 6 is, okay, what do you put in your carry-on? You know, I've got, of course, the rollerboard that has clothing and whatnot, and toiletries. But what do you take in that bag that you tote with you onto the plane? And unfortunately, it's quite a bit. So here's my bag, which is kind of ridiculous. I am hoping to pare it down. But what I wanted to show you is what goes into it. What do we do to make sure that we have everything we need, all our creature comforts while on the plane? So on page 49 of the Tranquility du Jour Daybook, I have a checklist. And as I was packing last night, my suitcase, I actually pulled this out to make sure I had everything I needed. And so there's all sorts of ideas on here about how to make your travel as tranquil as possible. So of course, this is something I never leave the home without, my planner. All right, so another piece is I like the small kind of travel-sized art journal. This one I started whenever I was in Italy. And this is just a wonderful way to kind of jot down ideas and thoughts and also add ephemera, right? Things along those lines with washi tape. What's washi tape? Okay, well, so I will be traveling with washi tape, and inside too I have a variety of pens. And I always like to have these because, you just never know what you're gonna need. And then 2 washi tapes, a pink and a gold, of course. All right, so next thing, smartphone, need that. And then this just allows me to kind of wear it as I'm running around town. And also has a couple credit cards in it. So quite handy, would be horrible if it was lost. Next thing, okay, glasses. So those of us who wear glasses, these are quite handy and helpful. And I really like having them in my bag so that as I am trying to read small things or what have you, I've got it. Okay, so this is like a small toiletry case. It's kind of ridiculous, everything that's coming out of this bag. So from medication to like migraine pills and what have you. I've got lipsticks, parfums, powder, American money. Just needed a little bit of that. I probably won't even need it. And then hand sanitizer. So that's like what I keep in my little toiletry bag. And this is actually something I always have with me. Okay, then next thing, isn't this little pouch darling? This one was a gift from a friend. And inside of it, I carry tea bags. Like, sometimes they just offer hot water. Lemon, crystallized lemon to go in my hot water. And then these little emergency packets. And then I also have a napkin, a cloth napkin, and then a fork and a spoon. These are actually they're quite heavy, but it allows me to not take, if I'm doing takeout, to not get the disposables. And then, of course, my metal straw. So this is something, again, I always have in my bag, quite handy. So it's like my edibles, my food. And then my sunglasses, must have your sunglasses. And then this is for the market, okay? These are so great because you can put so much stuff in them. They just expand, expand, expand. And I always have this in my bag too, because you never know when you're like, oh, let me just stop by the market real quick and grab something. Okay, my journal. What's the difference between an art journal and a journal? So this is more just smaller and it's more for like everyday thoughts, whereas the art journal tends to be, I think, a way to put more into it, like more ephemera. I don't add ephemera to my journal. To add, ads that I've come across that I thought were really cool or playful, or words or things along those lines. So it's a little different purpose than this. Okay. You need your passport. So I have so many little bags within my bag. So of course, passport, très importante. I think I just blended Spanish and French. Euros, always important. And then a little charger. So this is for my Kindle and another little charger piece. Okay, so this, headphones, in case you want to listen to some tunes. Smartphone charger. And then the book that I'm reading, which is ridiculous. I should not be bringing a book this size. I do not recommend this. However, I really wanted to read this book, and so I've been saving it for Paris. Maybe you should talk to someone. It's written by a therapist. And then, of course, a water bottle, a must. And then laptop. It's amazing what fits in here. And some work that I am working on, just some like handouts and things that I need to edit and get pulled together while I'm away. Memoir writing, and then a book about writing, and then another blank notebook because I'm almost to the end of this and I want to be able to keep writing if I feel inspired while in Paris, which is hard not to be. And then the last thing, which again is ridiculous, I do not recommend taking a book this big or a larger art journal, but I've been writing in this since January of 2018, and so I have a lot of really kind of great ideas and things that I've been working on and thoughts and brainstorming, and so I just feel like I have to have it or I will feel a little lost. And yes, I could put it in my carry-on or in my checked bag, but I think I'm going to want to work on it on the plane. So all of that inside this bag. So bon voyage, I'm off to Paris, and then of course in my checked bag there's like the usual, and I have lots of videos on packing for Paris, or even a weekend away or longer stays, 2 weeks away, and but this is just a little peek of what goes in with me onto the plane. Oh, one thing I meant to mention is in the toiletry bag of sorts. It's not really toiletries, but it's like makeup and whatnot. Earplugs, it's a must, and if you ever forget earplugs, sometimes your earbuds can serve as a little placeholder for blocking out all the noise around you. So I hope this is helpful as you think about, okay, what do I pack? The last thing too is I wear layers, because I'm always chilly on planes and whatnot. So I will have all those on my body and then all this in the bag, which is probably going to be about 20 pounds. So thanks for tuning in to episode 6 of Tea with Kimberly.